All right, the book of Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who teach and rule well, peace and infinite salutations to the elect that are scattered abroad doing this work in truth and in sincerity. I'm the brother Abal Gabar from the Camp Company of Prophets here in Tampa, Florida. Coming at you with a quick lesson. I'm going to play a video. Let's see. I'm going to play this video from Redacted. Okay, and you see the title of the lesson, World War III warning. Russia declares USA an enemy. Russian warships in our backyard. Hashtag World War III, hashtag Russia, hashtag USA. All right, and we know according to Bible prophecy, World War III will take place, and this Third World War will end with thermonuclear destruction and the complete annihilation of Mystery Babylon the Great, also known as America. This is all Bible prophecy unfolding as the days go on. We're one day closer to this war popping off. And we know that the lake of fire is going to be caused by these nuclear missiles, okay? The Bible talks about the lake of fire. And this is not some fairy tale. This is going to be a real thing, okay? America is going to be turned into a lake of fire. And I got this interesting video we're going to play. So things are heating up. And we know that one major prophecy has to come to pass first, which is the mark of the beast, okay? But this war could pop off and, things could heat up, and they could usher in this charagma, this mark of the beast, the RFID chip, any day now, okay? But things are heating up. Tensions are heating up. Let me go ahead and share this screen real quick. I want to grab this. So a quick Google search. Russia declares enemy the United States. It says, after months of rising tensions over Ukraine between Russia and the U.S., which now Ukraine has U.S. weapons that they're using against Russia, okay? And this was 3 days ago. It says, after months of rising tensions over Ukraine between Russia and the U.S., bilateral relations have hit a new low as the Kremlin spokesperson defined the U.S. as an enemy, okay? So this thing's heating up. All right. Russia declares U.S. as enemy state for the first time in diplomatic history amid deteriorating ties over Ukraine. Russia declares U.S. enemy state for the first time. We know Russia plays a major part in the destruction of Mystery Babylon the Great. Okay. Russia is going to play a major part in all this prophecy that's about to take place, man. Okay. The Medes, the Lord said he would stir up the Medes, okay? So let me go ahead and let's play this video. And y'all listen to this, man, okay? Things is heating up. So all praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Things is moving quick. And the first scripture I opened up with was Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, okay? And the third woe is talking about World War III, okay? You have three major woes. In Revelation, it talks about the first woe, the second woe, and the third woe, which woe just means death and destruction, great death and destruction. And these three major woes are actually talking about the three world wars that were prophesied to happen, okay? And we already passed 2 world wars, so now we're to the third one, and this is going to be fought with burning and fuel of fire. We know that these ICBMs, these intercontinental ballistic missiles, are going to play a part in major Bible prophecy unfolding. Okay, so let me go ahead and play this video. Y'all check this out.
The global world order is being rearranged right now, right before our eyes, and Washington, D.C. is desperately trying to hold on to power. Something very big is about to happen, and we better be paying attention to it. And there are like 5 huge news developments that we need to cover today, which have massive implications for Western powers. And I'm going to show you something also that's very, very strange that NATO just did, which no mainstream media are covering right now, and it's very concerning. But first, let's start with something that's coming to the Western Hemisphere. On Friday, Russian President Putin started sending a massive armada of battleships headed right for Cuba, right off of Florida's coast.
Several Russian warships are on their way to Cuba this morning. That happened back in the 1960s, the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was just a little thing. Comes days after a warning from Vladimir Putin that Russia could provide weapons to actors that would then attack Western targets over those countries' support of Ukraine.
Early this coming week, if you're standing in Key West, Florida, using your binoculars, you will likely see something that looks like this. Yes, Russian warships performing massive military training exercises, docking in Havana Harbor, right in our backyard. How the hell did this happen? Incompetence, failure on the part of America's leadership is how it happened, that we are sitting now on the brink of another Cuban Missile Crisis. Yeah, nuclear-powered Russian submarines, destroyers with cruise missiles that can easily attack American cities, and warships that make our Navy ships seem old just by modern standards. Just look at this map.
This is Havana, where the Russian fleet will be docking. And this is Miami, the closest American city. The air distance between Havana and Miami is barely 366 kilometers. Zircon, like we told you, can travel up to 1,000 kilometers, meaning it can strike as far as South Carolina.
You probably haven't seen this on the news in the United States at all because they don't want you to know about it. Just like commenter Denise says right here, what's so crazy here in the United States? None of this is in the news. Yes, Denise, exactly, Denise, because they are hiding it. Wait until you see what else they're hiding from you. I'm going to show you. This week, President Biden flew to Normandy to honor our D-Day veterans and basically plagiarized Ronald Reagan's D-Day speech from the same location at Pointe du Hoc. While he was there, he reiterated his love of Ukraine and told Zelensky that don't worry, more U.S. weapons and money are on the way so they can continue to attack Russia inside of Russia with U.S. weapons.
All right, so, and you can watch this full video. It's a 15-minute video. I might play a little bit more because there's a lot of good information. The YouTube channel is redacted. Okay, it's the title is "Something Huge is About to Happen and U.S. Dominance is on the Line." Okay, we know that this is a war for power. Okay, and even more so, this is all Bible prophecy. Okay, so we're hearing the rumors of wars, which is signs of the end. Okay, we know that our Lord, the Messiah of the Bible, whose name is Yahushua, is about to make his glorious return, his second coming. Okay, so let me grab this. This is Matthew 24:6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. So, and this is what we're seeing all over the world is a bunch of rumors of wars. Okay, this is all just rumors. Okay, taking place. So you're not supposed to be troubled. And at the end of the day, we're hoping that this happens sooner than later because the destruction of Mystery Babylon the Great means that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Okay, and the elect will be delivered. Okay, not everybody's going to die in this Third World War because you have our Lord Yahushua who's coming back to gather his elect. That's going to be saved out of the four corners of the earth. Okay, of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, which today the 12 tribes of Israel are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, we are the people of the book. Okay, and that's why the Lord has set up prophets all over the earth, primarily here in America, to prophesy the downfall of Mystery Babylon the Great. What are we doing? We're prophesying against Mount Seir, okay? The chief headquarters of Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man. Okay, see, Russia thinks that they're going to be the next superpower. China thinks that they're going to be the next superpower. But little do you know, the Lord is raising up his men that are going to be the next rulers of the earth, okay? The underdogs, okay? The greatest underdog story ever. Right now, people ain't worried about the Hebrew Israelites. People ain't worried about the blacks, the Latinos, the Native Americans, okay? But really, we are going to be the next rulers of the whole earth, okay? Starting with the elect of the nation of Israel. But this is all Bible prophecy. So Matthew 24:6. And remember, in Matthew 24, the disciples were asking Yahushua, what are going to be the signs of your coming? Okay, tell us some of the signs that we're going to see before you return. And this is Yahushua's answer. He said, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, the end is not yet. Why? Because we have a major prophecy that still has to happen, which is the micro C-hip, okay, the charagma, the mark of the beast, okay, which is coming soon, okay? But that has to happen before any missiles drop, okay? ICBMs get shot off to America, okay? Now the war could pop off, but and escalate to the point of nuclear war. But we know that the charagma has to be mandated first. Okay. It says Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation. So like it, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences. We got this new bird flu, okay? And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So this is all the beginning of sorrow, all this stuff taking place. But as you heard it, you got Russian warships, okay, that are Russia's nuclear submarine will be sailing to Havana, okay, in Cuba. So it's right in our backyard, within striking range, okay? So this nuclear submarine is in striking range of America. And we know that this place is going to be ambushed, okay? This place is going to be ambushed, all right? Let me grab that real quick. This is Jeremiah 51:12. Actually, no, I'm going to start at Jeremiah 51:11. It says, make bright the arrows, okay? And we know that these arrows are the ICBM missiles, okay? The intercontinental ballistic missiles. It says, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, okay? And the Medes is going into Russia, okay? Because in the ancient world, who took out ancient Babylon? The Persian Medes, okay? And who's going to take out modern Babylon is the modern day Persian Medes are going to be the Russians, okay? The modern day Babylon is America, okay? And Russia's going to take this place out, going to have a major part in the destruction, along with these other nations that are going to be shooting missiles over here too. But we know that Russia is going to be a guard unto these smaller nations, all right? But it says, the Lord hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple. Okay, this is the vengeance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai about to take place. When these missiles get shot off, understand that this is the judgment of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. And during this time, you're going to have the elect that are going to escape out of this. Okay, going to be lifted up into the chariot. Okay, the fathership to meet the Lord in the air. That's what it means to be saved. It says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. This Babylon, in Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51, Babylon is talking about America. This isn't talking about ancient Babylon. This is talking about mystery Babylon the Great, which is America, the United States of America, okay? He says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, okay? So this place is going to be ambushed. We have the whole thing with the issue at the border. And you got all these military-aged men from all these different nations flooding into the United States of America, okay? Because you got these UN troops, you got soldiers. It's all military-aged men that are flooding into the border. And don't be surprised if you start seeing a rise of crime, okay? Attacks, bombs, different things, man, okay? Because this is all tying in to Bible prophecy, all right? But it says, prepare the ambushes, okay? You got all these nations flooding into America, these different soldiers getting ready to ambush this place. It says, for Yahweh hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon, right? So this is going to get ugly quick, okay? And the American dollar is already crashing. As all of this stuff is happening, you got the CBDCs rolling out. You got the market of beasts about to be ushered in. The crash of the dollar is coming. And they could blame the whole crash of the, because they're going to have to blame the crash of the dollar on something. And they might, blame it on going to war with Russia, okay? And that the war will escalate, to ultimately a nuclear war. But before all of that, you're going to have the charagma that's going to be ushered in. okay? The RFID micro C chip. You got a lot of false prophets in the last days that are telling you that the microchip is not the MOTB. You better wake up quick, okay? I don't care how much fringes you got, how much laws you think you're keeping. If you take that microchip, you're through. You cannot be saved, okay? Lord is going to judge you, okay? You're going to be cast into the lake of fire, Revelation 14, okay? Let me play a little bit more of this video. A lot of stuff is taking place, okay? So all praises to Yahweh Shemi Awashai, beautiful salvation of the elect, Ezekiel 33 and 33 in the NLT. But when all these terrible things happen to them, as they certainly will, then they will know a prophet has been among them. So then people are going to know when it's too late. When all the terrible things that we're prophesying and we're telling you, we're preaching day in and day out, we're crying out, we're blowing the trumpet, we're letting you know that America is about to be hit with nukes, that there's going to be a crash of the dollar, there's going to be a digital currency, you're going to have FEMA troops, FEMA camps kicking in doors, you're going to have UN soldiers, okay? You're going to have a scarcity of food. There's going to be no more food in the stores left soon. Okay, you're going to have inflation, hyperinflation. All this stuff is in the Bible. And we're telling you that it's going to happen. But what do people don't believe? Okay, people don't have faith. But that's part of prophecy as well. Majority of the people in the last days were prophesied to be blinded, okay, to be dead asleep. So we're witnessing the Bible unfold before our very eyes. We're living out of the scriptures, man. Okay, we are literally living out of the Holy Bible. Everybody on earth, whether you believe it or not, what does Romans 3 and 3 say? For what if some did not believe? Shall their faith of let me grab it real quick. Romans 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? Okay, just because people don't believe, I don't believe World War III, I don't believe the microchip, that don't mean it's not going to happen. And when it does happen, Ezekiel 33 and 33, the last part, it says, then they will know a prophet has been among them. Then you people are going to know that there was a prophet among you, okay? Then you're going to know. You're going to know that there was prophets among you, okay? When it's too late, all right? This is why we're out here day in and day out, starting with our elder apostles, okay? Prophesying, telling you what's about to happen, okay? And we know, according to Luke chapter 1 and verse 70, the Lord speaks through the mouth of his holy prophets. Okay, that's how the Lord is speaking. He's speaking through the mouth of the prophets, man. Salvation of the elect, Matthew 24 and 21 in the Amplified Version. 21 says, for at that time there will be a great tribulation. Okay, Jacob's trouble. We're telling you about Jacob's trouble as well, a time of trouble like never before seen on this earth. Okay, we're telling you that there's going to be death. There's going to be famines. There's going to be a pestilence. Like I said, you got this bird flu thing taking place now. Okay, so it's going to increase. But it says pressure, distress, oppression, such as has not occurred since the beginning of the world until now, nor ever will again. So the time we're entering into is going to literally be the worst time in historical history ever, okay, to ever take place. So what kind of person should you be? Like the scriptures tell you in Peter, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay, you see what's taking place. If you got eyes to see, and the average person, they know, they see what's happening, okay? They see the war heating up. They see what's going on in Russia and Ukraine, Israel, and Palestine. They see everything happening, but they're trying to turn the blind eye. They're trying to, pretty much ignore the issue, okay? But we're coming to the point, you're not going to be able to ignore it because you're going to have UN troops kicking in your door, okay? Hauling you off to a FEMA camp, okay? While a new world order is being established before your very eyes, man. All right, they're going to say, look, if you don't take this chip, we're going to cause you to be put to death, like the prophecy says, all right? So people can play and act like ain't nothing happening. We're going to continue to prophesy. We're going to continue to tell you the truth. We're going to continue to warn you. We're going to continue to prepare ourselves spiritually, okay? So let me grab this. This is Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait you upon me, saith the Lord. So what are we doing? We're waiting, okay? We're not stocking up on weapons. We're not building bunkers. You know, we're not preparing carnally. Okay, we're preparing spiritually. So what are we doing? We're waiting on the Lord. Okay, it says, therefore, wait you upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. Yeah, because we constantly going into how Esau is the damn devil, how he pillaged us, he raped us, he stole from us. Okay, he kills us. Okay, but we're not going to get up and try to fight back carnally. We're not getting guns and building a carnal military. No, we're going to wait on the Lord, because what the Lord's going to do is going to be much worse than what any brother could do to these damn devils, man. Okay, and this is going to be the judgment. If you're an Edomite, if you're a so-called white man, woman, or child, if you're a Chinese, a Japanese, if you're a heathen, you're through. If you're in America, get ready to be on fire soon, okay? Unless you die some tragic death. But if you hear when the missiles drop, you have no chance in hell in making it. Ain't no so-called white people, ain't no Chinese people, ain't no Arabic people going to be saved when the Lord comes back. Okay, salvation is only for the children of Israel. If you're not an Israelite, you are fucked. You're through. You're dead. You're dead meat. Okay? Zephaniah 3:8. And the scripture is going to say that. It says, therefore wait you upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay, and that's what the Lord's going to do. Okay, the Lord's going to destroy this place by fire. Okay, the second death. That's how this place is going to go out. What did Yahweh Shai say? He said, I come to send fire on the earth. And the Lord's going to send fire by way of the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, so we're getting close. We're getting close to this, man. And we give praise to Yahweh Shai daily. As the days go on, we're seeing more prophecies unfolding. We're seeing more signs in the heavens, more UFO sightings. Okay, more distress upon nations. Okay, this is all part of the end. All right, so we don't got much longer, brothers and sisters. Believe that. Believe that. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. 2 Peter 3:11 NLT. Since everything around us is going to be destroyed like this, what holy and godly lives should you live? Right. So if you know the prophecies, you heard the truth, and you know everything around us is going to be engulfed in flames, man. Okay. The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. Everything is going to melt. Okay. You got what is it? Russia got the Satan II missile that can take out the whole, what is it? West Coast or East Coast. Okay. So these missiles, bro, they're prepared. All right. And these are really the weapons of the Lord. Okay. The weapons of the Lord's indignation that the Lord is going to use to bring judgment. Judgment day is approaching, and it's approaching quick. Beautiful. Salvation of the elect. Psalms 115:9, King James Version. O Israel. It didn't say the whole world. Oh, the world. No, it said, O Israel. Okay. And the real Israel, the true Israel, are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the ones that fit the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Okay. O Israel, trust thou in Yahweh. He is their help and their shield. That's right. So we're going to trust in the Lord. When all hell breaks loose, people always ask us, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're going to trust the Lord. That's why we building a relationship with him now, day in and day out. Okay. Getting closer to the Lord, because this thing's about to pop off. And when it pops off, ain't going to be able to do nothing but, hope that you're on the Lord's good side. This is Joel 3:2. Okay. World War III. The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations. So this is what the Lord is going to do. In Zephaniah 3:8, which we just read, it tells you that the Lord is determined. He is determined to gather the nations. Let me grab the definition of determined, which brothers know, but we're going to get it for edification's sake. All right. Definition of determined says having made a firm decision and being resolved not to change it. So the Lord is not going to change his mind. He is determined. Okay. He is determined. He's made a firm decision on how this place is going to be taken out. And it's going to be taken out by thermonuclear missiles. Okay. This is the plague that is going to happen to all the people that fought against Jerusalem. What does it say? Their flesh is going to consume away while they stand upon their feet. All right. So this is scary. We're living in some scary times, but it's some beautiful times at the same time, because we know that the elect, you brothers and sisters of the faith, are going to make it out of here, man. You're going to see the lake of fire, but you're going to see it from a bird's eye view. All right. And Yahweh Shai is going to set a crown upon you brothers' heads. Okay. You're going to look down. You're going to see that sea of glass mingle with fire. Okay. Because you're going to be up in that chariot, man. And that's when life starts, man. That's when we're going to be able to be kings and rulers. We're going to be filthy rich. Every Israelite's going to be filthy rich. Okay. Beyond, we're going to be wealthy. Okay. So life is about to begin for us. But for Esau, his time is almost up. But Joel 3:2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right now, the land of Israel is parted. Okay, you got the Palestinians and the Israelis over there fighting over that land, and the land don't even belong to them. That's our land. Okay, that's our land. But it's all right, because this is all Bible prophecy, and we're going to get our land back. Okay. And the Lord is determined. He's going to gather all these nations that fought against us, that destroyed us. He going to gather them all up, and he's going to melt them. Okay. He's going to melt them. And then what does the scripture say? Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. The Lord said, I want you to see this. I want you to see what I'm about to do to these people. Okay. Come on now, man. See, that's why you're supposed to fear the Lord, man. But it says, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which in the Hebrew, the word Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shaphat. Okay, Yahweh is the name of the Lord. Shaphat means judgment. So it's the Lord's judgment, which is going to be over there in the Fertile Crescent. Okay, the Middle East. That's where this war is really going to kick off, but it's going to end with missiles being shot at America. Okay, because Israel and America are allied. All right. So this is about to take place, man. All right. Now it's not the time to be chucking and jiving in the wacky tacky Christian church. You better hearken unto the prophets, man. Starting with our elder apostles. You better listen to what the fuck we saying, man. Because if not, you're going to end up dying out here. And that's all right. All right. That's all right. We getting the blood off of our hands. We washing our hands clean. Okay. We making sure that we're doing what we supposed to do. Like the scriptures say, let every man work out his own salvation. Okay. We're not here to save anybody. We're here to hopefully gain mercy from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and to teach his word, to feed his sheep. Okay. Beautiful. Zephaniah 1:15 NLT. It will be a day when Yahweh's anger is poured out. Ooh, what day? The day of the Lord. A day of terrible distress and anguish. A day of ruin and desolation. A day of darkness and gloom. A day of clouds and blackness. Okay, so the wacky tacky Christian church tells you the day that God comes is going to be beautiful. It's going to be rainbows, hugs and kisses. No, the day of the Lord is going to be terrible. Okay, now for the elect, it's going to be a beautiful day because the elect are going to be saved out of it. But that's a very small number compared to the ones that are going to be caught up in it. It says a day of trumpet and alarm against the fortified cities and against the high towers. It says a day of trumpet and calls and battle cries. Down go the walled cities and the strongest battlements. Everything's going to be brought down to nothing. All the buildings in America, America is going to be turned to the biggest desert on the planet Earth. Okay. America is going to be a giant desert. The whole land of America is going to be turned to a desert, man. A pit after this place is set on fire, man. It says, because you have sinned against the Lord, I will make you grope around like the blind. Your blood will be poured into the dust and your bodies will lie rotting on the ground. It's the day of the Lord, man. Okay. People going to melt while they stand upon your feet. Verse 18, your silver and gold will not save you on the day of the Lord's anger. Yeah, so how much money you got isn't going to matter when the missiles drop. Okay. What's going to matter is if you built a relationship with the Lord. Okay. If you were doing what you were supposed to be doing. And if you were just being a rapper, a ball player, a comedian, you know, a streamer, YouTube streamer, you know, OnlyFans prostitute, you're fucked. You're through. You're not going to make it. Okay. You're not doing what the Lord asked you to do. So when the missiles drop, you can kiss your ass goodbye. Okay. It says, your silver and your gold will not save you on the day that the Lord's anger. For the whole land, what land? The land of America will be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. He will make a terrifying end of all the people on earth. Okay? The Lord's going to make a terrifying end of all the people on earth. So let me play a little bit more of this video.
Is barely 366 kilometers. Zircon, like we told you, can travel up to 1,000 kilometers, meaning it can strike as far as South Carolina.
You probably haven't seen this on the news in the United States at all because they don't want you to know about it. Just like commenter Denise says right here, what's so crazy here in the United States? None of this is in the news. Yes, Denise, exactly. Exactly, Denise, because they are hiding it. Wait until you see what else they're hiding from you. I'm going to show you. This week, President Biden flew to Normandy to honor our D-Day veterans and basically plagiarized Ronald Reagan's D-Day speech from the same location at Pointe du Hoc. While he was there, he reiterated his love of Ukraine and told Zelensky that don't worry, more U.S. weapons and money are on the way so they can continue to attack Russia inside of Russia with U.S. weapons. But what no one is telling you is that targets.
So there goes more of your tax dollars is going to Ukraine. And now Ukraine is getting U.S. weapons and they're using these U.S. weapons against Russia. So Russia's like, yo, what the fuck y'all got going on? And Russia ain't one to play with, man. Russia ain't one to play with. And they're getting back into that spirit that they was in the Cold War. Okay, but this time this war is going to end hot. So if all this is happening, how close are we to the microchip, man? How close are we? Okay, this thing can pop off this year.
NATO has been selecting to hit inside of Mother Russia. Journalist Brandon Smith uncovered something stunning and very, very fishy, by the way, which should lead us to believe that NATO is planning for something very big with Russia. NATO struck 2 different radar stations in Russia. So what, you say? Who cares? But these aren't just any radar sites. As Brandon Smith writes, Russia's over-the-horizon radar systems have a detection range of at least 6,000 miles. The real range is classified and scans specifically for high-altitude ballistic missiles. They are not designed to detect lower-flying medium-range cruise missiles or ATACMS and drones, meaning the 2 stations destroyed by Ukrainian weapons are meant to act as an early warning system for nuclear attack. Very strange. But it gets even stranger. These NATO targets weren't even being used against Ukraine, meaning, 1, they're used to warn against nuclear attacks, which Ukraine doesn't have nuclear weapons, and 2, these are fixed position radars. They don't move. And when they were attacked, they were positioned so they were scanning the southern section of Russia and the south, not scanning Ukraine at all. Here you can see the way they face on this map. Again, they serve no strategic purpose in Ukraine, unless, of course, it's not about Ukraine at all. And when you understand that, then you start to understand what's about to happen. They are preparing for an all-out war. That's what they're doing. And
that's what's happening. Every day that goes on, we one day closer to the war of Armageddon. Every single day that goes on, we one day closer to this war popping off, man. Okay? And one day we're going to wake up, brothers. One day we're going to wake up and it's going to be that fucking day, man. It's going to be that fucking day, man. All right? all the hard work that brothers are putting in, it's all going to pay off soon. Let's just keep pushing. Okay, let's just keep pushing. Let me grab this. This is Isaiah 13:17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which the modern day Medes are the Russians. Okay, it says, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. You're not going to be able to buy off Russia. Okay, how much? What, $35 trillion in debt America is? You're not going to be able to buy off Russia. You through. America's done. It says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, the missiles, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. So guess who's going to be in that fire? You're going to have old, young, pregnant women, children. They all going to be in that fire, the lake of fire. This is judgment day, and we're hoping that we can escape this judgment, man. It says, and Babylon, America, the glory of kingdoms. What's the most glorious place? Oh, well, what's the most portrayed glorious place on the earth? Is America, right? It says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? It got taken the fuck out by fire, man. Fire and brimstone. But this time, this is going to be taken out in a way, way, way more dramatic fashion by way of ICBMs, nuclear warfare, man. That's why you got all these different movies coming out with missiles dropping, bombs dropping. Every time you put on a damn Netflix TV show, what do you see? As soon as it opens, a fucking nuclear a cloud, okay? Because this place is through, the fucking mushroom cloud. It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. Yeah, because this place is going to be wiped out. Shalom to the brother. Shalom, Mayam. Shalom, shalom. Yahabashim Shai Barakatah. Sound of battle in the land. That's right. Things is heating up, man. All praises, yo. One day closer. One day closer. So let me go ahead and play this a little bit more because this is interesting, man.
Sources have been saying get ready for terror attacks inside the United States. Yes, terror attacks inside the United States. Now, you remember a few weeks ago, the CIA coordinated and carried out a massive attack inside of Moscow, inside of a Moscow theater. You attacked their civilians inside Moscow. So Russia is ready to return the favor to you at the CIA. And it's going to happen. The FBI director, Chris Wray, told us this week a massive terror attack is coming very soon to the United States. And he said it's going to be very similar to the Moscow theater attack.
But now, increasingly concerning is the potential for a coordinated attack here in the homeland, akin to the ISIS-K attack we saw at the Russia concert hall just a couple weeks ago.
I wonder why he knows that. The West is getting...
All right, so get ready for these T attacks, okay? And we already know what Esau is going to do. He's going to try to spin it and point at the Hebrew Israelites. These are the damn T's, okay? If you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, get ready for the T attacks, okay? And get ready for the demonization, the persecution, everything that the prophets, starting with our elder apostles, have told you, it's all about to take place. It's all about to take place, okay? Laugh now, cry later, okay? See, we crying now, we're going to be laughing later, okay? You brothers and sisters, we mourning, we crying, but soon the Lord going to make a way for us, man, okay? We going to be all right. And I say that through faith. Lord willing, we're going to be all right.
Being desperate to hold on to power, and it needs an enemy, even if Russia isn't an enemy at all. But they're about to be. This week, for the very first time, Putin labeled the United States an enemy state, an enemy of the country. This is unprecedented. So they've labeled the United States an enemy now, officially. Nowhere is this desperation by the West more apparent than with the US dollar right now. Now, if you have your money in US dollars, God help you. It's under assault. And of course, it's declining faster than President Biden's mental health. That's why Americans are buying up gold. They're buying up Bitcoin as fast as they can. And so are institutions. And so are central banks, by the way.
Yeah, this shit is through, brothers. This shit is over. This shit is over, man. We don't got much longer here, man. The dollar is declining. Okay, you got the rumors of wars heating up. You got all the signs in heavens. We got the lunar eclipses, solar eclipses, blood moons. I mean, we're here. All the signs are here. What does it tell you? Let me actually share my screen because I got it. I like to keep this one up here. I love to keep this one up here. 2nd Ezra 9 in the GNT says, he answered, consider all these things very carefully. This is the mentality that we should all be in. Okay, you should be considering all these things very, very carefully. Okay, actually, let me just put the whole screen up there so it's bigger. There we go. It says, consider all these things very carefully. When you see that some of the signs, the chariots, the lunar eclipses, the solar eclipses, the famines, the pestilence, the uproars, earthquakes, right? When you see that some of the signs I have told you about have appeared, you will know that the time has come when the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, will bring judgment on the world he has created. There we go. So what time are we in? We're in the time where Yahweh, through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, is bringing judgment upon this earth. Okay, the love of many is waxing cold. That's why you turn on the news right now. Some crazy shit is going on right now as we speak. I guarantee it. Verse 3, there will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, and confused rulers. When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the Most High God has spoken about since the beginning of creation. And we know Luke 1:70 tells you that the Lord speaks through the mouth of his holy prophets. All right. Hey, shalom, sir, brother. Shakwat, shalom, shalom. We almost out of here, man. We almost out of here. The signs are all here. If you can't see it, because the Lord got your ass fucking blinded. He don't want you to see it. All right. That's why we just got to be thankful that we see it. And we pray and hope the Lord don't take the spirit from us. Okay, because we're blessed right now. We're extremely blessed to have this truth, man. Now we just got to keep pushing, keep fighting. Okay, let me keep playing this video.
Congressman Thomas Massey was just on Tucker's show this weekend. It was eye-opening. And he was especially pointing out how the United States dollar as a reserve currency is collapsing.
At some point, they're going to quit using our dollars as reserve currency. I mean, I watched your interview with Putin, and one of the things, whether you hate him or not, one of the things he said that is true is when we sanctioned him, before we sanctioned Russia, 70% of their transactions were in US dollars. And after the sanctions, it's less than 20% of their transactions are in US dollars.
Yeah, because nobody's fucking with America no more. Everybody sees that America's a damn thief and a robber. Okay, this damn devil, the whore, Mystery Babylon the Great, okay, is robbing people. And that's why everybody's dropping the dollar. It's like it seems like every month or a few months, somebody new is dropping the US dollar, getting rid of it, throwing it out. And soon it's just going to be, toilet paper, useless. And then you know what America's going to do? They're going to try to usher in the Karagma. They'll try to save their own ass. But guess what? It's not going to work.
So what we're doing with all these sanctions, ironically, we're shooting ourselves in the foot every time we sanction a country and say you can't use our currency to have a transaction. We're taking away our ability to charge them 3% for that transaction, because when we print 3% more dollars, we're just taking that money.
And we're also sending a really clear signal, which is the dollar's not safe.
And this guy right here ran into the elder apostles. Tucker Carlson, he ran into our elders, okay? And the elders told him what it was.
For you.
Right.
That's the reserve currency because it's a safe haven, because it's a stable country. It's the most stable country in the world, and we're not going to weaponize the dollar because that would be shooting ourselves. But suddenly we are.
China, Russia, and countless other countries are turning away from the United States dollar to settle transactions. Over the past week, we've seen the sharpest decline ever in cross-border payments being settled by United States dollars. And it gets worse. President Biden and Democrats are getting so desperate, in fact, that they're now trying to go after crypto, your digital assets. Last week, President Biden vetoed a bill that Americans in Wall Street wanted. It would have allowed US banks to hold crypto assets and custodian them, just like they do with stocks. But nope, anti-freedom Biden vetoed the bill. They don't want you to hold these types of currencies because it's a threat to them. And President...
Oh, yeah, and it don't matter anyway, because soon they just going to want you to get the chip. It's all going to come down to one thing, okay? Like the interview with Alex Jones and Aaron Russo. Aaron Russo, what did he say? He said, look, they want total control. And how are they going to achieve total control? Is by putting a digital implant inside of you to track your carbon footprint, to see what you're doing throughout your everyday life, to track your taxes, to track everything, your driver's license, your social security, your medical records. Everything is going to be tied into the Karagma, okay, into the CBDC, okay, central bank digital currency. That's why everything is happening the way it's happening, all right?
And Trump made his position very clear this week.
Why are you not investing in tax liens? No, seriously. Why are you not investing into one of the most incredible real estate strategies that's the most passive?
I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody to the nation's 50 million crypto holders. I say this with your vote. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin.
And that's why you see what's going on with this guy, Trump. Okay. They don't want this guy back in office, which I believe he's going to get in there. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they do something to suspend the elections. If some crazy shit happens where this guy Biden stays in office, you know, but I believe Trump is going to get back in there. That's just my personal belief. But at the same time, some crazy shit could go down before the elections. They can stall the elections, martial law, you know, and suspend the election or whatever the fuck. All we know is some crazy shit is about to go down, man. Okay, Jacob's trouble, the time of trouble, Daniel 12:1, Jeremiah 30:7. The time of trouble is at hand. This shit ain't gonna go on for much longer, man. Okay, we at the end of this thing. All right, so yeah, you can go ahead and watch the video on your own time. We got about 8 minutes in. Something huge is about to happen, and U.S. dominance is on the line. Redacted, okay, with Clayton Morris. Go ahead and check it out. All right, fair use, by the way, fair use, educational purposes only. But World War III warning, Russia declares USA an enemy. Okay, Russian warships in our backyard. Okay, in our backyard. You got a damn Russian submarine right over there by Cuba right now, ready to take Florida out. Okay. Salvation of the elect, 2 Ezra 16:17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Okay, and it's going to be Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. All right, so with that, call her Lord Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, it was edifying to the hopeful elect. Continue to push, one day closer, one day closer. With that, shalom.